to show you, get started here on another type of caponata. And this one starts with bread. And I mean day-old bread. So you want to start with a good, firm 1-pound loaf of bread that's been sitting around. And then you want to cut up some slices. And now this recipe really is called caponata marinaio, and it means sailor style. And this was something that was made in the early days of sailing, when sailors who were on boats for a long time, didn't have refrigeration, ate a lot of old stale food. Bread was one of them. So now for this, we want to make this a fish dish. And for that, we're going to be using tuna. So let me get out another bowl. Let me go back here and just check my eggplant for a second. I've got to move that around a little bit. That's starting to brown up nicely. Okay, I'm going to turn this off, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. And my onions are coming along nicely. I've got to turn those down. Okay, now, you want to start with some tuna. And here I've got 2 cans of tuna in olive oil. And I want all that olive oil, so put all that in. And then, to go with that, I want some anchovies. And here we've got about 4 ounces of anchovies with their oil. So that goes in. And start chunking up that tuna a little bit. And then some shallots. And here we have 3. So that goes in, all diced up. And if you didn't have shallots, well, then you could use onions. Red sweet onions would be very nice in this. And then a little bit of pepper and salt, not much because the anchovies are salty as it is. I think that was just a bit too much. And then I like to put into this capers and oregano. So get that fine. And then if you didn't have fresh oregano, you could use dried, but I think the flavor of fresh is a little milder than the dried version. So then this goes in. You see how easy this is going together? All of this goes into the bowl. There we go. And now I need 2 spoons to mix that up with. All right, so get it well mixed. You see? Just like that. And then bring over your platter. And now you want to put a little bit of olive oil right over that bread, just like that. And then scoop this right over the bread. And this is wonderful as an appetizer. You could just have this as a supper on a hot summer's night. And as it sits for several hours, of course, the bread absorbs all of these flavors of the tuna and the anchovies and the olive oil. So get it all over the top. Spread it out nicely. And then, to dress that up a little bit, well, I like to use some orange and lemon slices. So now let me just clean this up a little bit so this looks neater. And then what you can do is just take your orange and lemon slices and start going around the dish. So there, I think that that looks lovely.